Hello grade 10, welcome to our mini lesson, find the equation of the line with gradient and y-intercept. Okay, first we're going to go back and review what we learned last Monday. Last Monday we discussed about the three forms of line equations. The first one is when you learned about standard form, ax plus by plus c equals 0. And then there's also the other format, which is gradient intercept form, which is written in y is equal to mx plus c, wherein your m here means gradient and your c here means your y-intercept. Okay. The last form is point gradient form, and this is when you have 2 points given and a gradient. Okay, all these three can be transformed into different forms. All you have to do is just convert them. Okay, so from standard form you can make it to a gradient intercept form, and then for here the point gradient form, all you need is 1 point and the gradient, and you will be able to convert it to standard form and then gradient form. Okay, so let's look at our gradient, discuss about what is our different gradient here. Okay, when the line in your graph is flat and it's in a horizontal line, it means that your gradient is 0. Every time it's going to be 0. And then when your graph is like going up the hill or going up the stairs like this, that means that your gradient is positive. And then when you're going down the hill, that means that your gradient is negative. And then when it's like a vertical drop, then that means that you don't have a gradient or your gradient is undefined. Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Okay, talking about having 0 gradient. Remember that your gradient is always y over x or rise over run. So it's going to be 0 divided by any number, and 0 divided by any number is 0. So last Monday when we graph it, we have another form of a line in the equation of y is equal to c. And when it's in this form, that means that it's always that your gradient is 0. Always. Okay, now when you're going up the hill, your equation now will look like y is equal to mx plus c. That means that your gradient should be positive. Okay, and then when it's going down the hill, okay, that means that your gradient is negative, so that it will look like this: y is equal to negative m x plus c. And then when it's a vertical drop or a vertical line, it will look like any number divided by 0, and if you divide any number by 0, it will be undefined. Or if you use your calculator to check, your calculator will say error, it's an error. Okay, and so then your equation then should look like x is equal to any constant. Okay, so now let's continue with our mini lesson. Our mini lesson is about finding the equation of the lines when you're given a gradient and the y-intercept. Now remember that you are always using this form, the gradient and y-intercept form. So it should look like y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, so let's try letter A here. Okay, following the form y, okay, and you have your y, and the next one is the equal sign, okay. M, as we know, it's the gradient, and you're given the gradient, which is 4, so then you will have 4 there, and then x, okay. Now it says plus c, that's your y-intercept. At this point, the given y-intercept is negative 1. So your c or your y-intercept is negative 1. So you put it there. Let's rewrite this in a better way. So then your equation will be y is equal to 4x minus 1. Okay, let's try letter C. When your gradient is negative 3 and your y-intercept is 0. Again, following this format of gradient and y-intercept form. Okay, just to copy the y, you have your y there, the equal sign, and then m. M is your gradient, which is negative 3. Okay, let's have negative 3. Then you want your x. There you go. Then go to y-intercept, which is 0. I will still write 0, but let's rewrite it again and simplify the equation. It should be just y is equal to negative 3x. There is no need for you to write plus 0 or minus 0, because it doesn't mean anything. So this is the simplified version. Okay, now beside the presentation that you open, there are 4 given gradients and y-intercepts there. What I want you to do is write the equations in your notebook, and I will check it when I get back. See you soon, grade 10. Bye.